Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another RR Lego build and review. And tonight we have an Imperial Probe Droid set 75306, 683 pieces, retails for $59.99. Came out in 21, and here it is, the Probe Droid. Pretty sweet looking, at least from the picture. This is definitely your definitive collectible Pro Droid in the adult style box. It's got lots of movable arms and legs. We'll see how those work out. I've heard some complaints about them being kind of flimsy, so we will see. And here's the back of the box, about 27 inches tall or 10.5 inches tall, and with the plaque display stand or base, you're looking at 24 centimeters or 9 inches long. Pretty sweet. There are some stickers in the set. Small sticker sheet. And then a basic black manual with the Star Wars logo on the back. There's only one page of details about the Probe Droid. You can see here, if I can get it open. Got a few pictures from the models from Empire Strikes Back. That's what this droid is based off of, or the model is based off of. And then you go straight in. So interesting enough, this set, having just over 600 pieces, has 6 bags. And I don't actually mind the smaller bags. So I would do more bags and smaller, so you don't have to, if you're not one that likes to build for multiple hours at a time, you have a little bit more flexibility. So bag 1 is the display stand and base, part of the Probe Droid, the connection point to the base, and then you're looking at the bulk of the droid in 4, 5, and 6, with 6 being the head. And then you're basically into the build. That's it. So let's get started. All right, here we are, fans. Bag 1, 2, and 3 are now complete. You get the base built. That is a sticker. And you build the base of the Probe Droid. This comes out so you can look at your Probe Droid. And I've put a couple of stickers there at the bottom so far. There's the top. This clear piece does not come off. It is attached to the bottom of the Probe Droid. All right, let's keep going. 3 more bags to go. One other note to make. While you do get 6 numbered bags, you also get 2 of these as well, with lots of parts in it. I suspect a lot of this is going to be extra. And if you were lucky enough to get this set on the first of when it was released, you could have gotten this as well, this Imperial shuttle, free of purchase if you bought it in store. If you spent $85 on Star Wars stuff, you got the Tatooine micro set. All right, 3 more bags to go. Here we go, fans. The menacing Probe Droid complete and now ready for action. Look at all those crazy arms. So pretty nice, simple build. You know, there's a couple interesting techniques in here, but not a whole lot to go on. There's lots of little bits here, obviously, because you got all these arms to build. But all in all, nothing too repetitive, and just a nice, sweet little build. So let's kind of jump into what you got going on here. So you get all the arms. Each one of these arms is articulated, and I know one of the common complaints is that they're a little flimsy. And that's going to depend on how you sort of get these pieces tight. Like this arm is pretty good, no big deal. You get a few joints in here to move. It is not that flimsy. This arm here is not movable except for that, and obviously that's kind of loose, and surprisingly interesting that they went with that. You get these little jaws down here that have a little bit of movement, but that's really all you get in that joint. This kind of weird arm is the same type of way. Down here, this moves a little bit in this claw. But other than that, it's sort of restricted. Let me see if we can get better in there so you can see that. This arm has got like this piston that moves in here, and it's pretty tight. There's a piston in here, and it moves up and down, and then you get this jaw that moves as well. This one's pretty good, not too flimsy. This is probably the flimsiest of them all. You can see it just kind of flops over. But it's also going to depend on how you got these little joints in here. And mine is not super flimsy, but it's all about how tight you try to make this. But all in all, you know, I'd rather have the articulation here than have it be a brick. You get a little movement in this area. And then this guy is the last arm, and it can go up and down. And this is another one that's sort of flimsy up in here. But down here it's decent, and it can't move other than side to side and in the claw. So in the head is a full 360 movement, and you can go all the way around here so you can see this. And this is definitely pretty cool. Lots of little bits and pieces here to get this to look like the Poe Droid in the movie, and I think they did a pretty good job on it. You have the two stickers on the top. The antennas do not move. They do not go up and down. They're basically just stationary in an up position, although they're pretty easy to take out if you wanted to. You can just, you know, pull them off if you didn't want the antenna mode on it. One thing to me that's, you know, interesting is that down here, there's not a whole lot of weight. So this is kind of coming up because you have the giant probe droid on this side. It would have been nice for them to kind of thicken this side up. I ended up using a lot of the extra pieces here and put it on just to try to add a little bit more weight at the bottom. Some of this stuff is stuff that I've added that were just extra pieces that they gave you. And maybe it would have been even an added bonus to do a Chewie and a Han Solo and a Hoth gear. That would have been pretty cool, and that would have definitely weighed it down. But all in all, a pretty cool little set. I've always liked probe droids for some reason, so this was a nice, cool addition. They used a darker gray on this, and I think they matched it pretty good as far as, you know, the way it looks in the movie. But this is strictly a display piece. There's really no playability, and again, this comes out and is freestanding, which is kind of interesting. So if you wanted to swoosh it around, I guess you could, but it's definitely made for display. I'll do a compare with the Black Series probe droid so you can kind of see the look. All right, so here's the Lego probe droid again with the Black Series sort of counterpart there, pretty close to scale. And as you can see, the color difference there, the Black Series Hasbro version is definitely a darker, almost blackish color. It's got a little bit of gray into it. This right here is black, so you can kind of see the contrast. But interesting to look at the top of this. These antennas are fully extended, so definitely larger antennas on the Lego version. And if I was to put this in the same direction, you can kind of see how that's set up there. It's interesting. It's on the snow there, which is kind of cool on how Hasbro does it. And you can see the little arm comparisons there maybe. It seems like the Black Series version of arms are a little bit thinner. It almost seems like he's got less arms, but maybe the Lego ones are just crazy bulky. But hey, it's Lego, and it's got lots of little bits. This thing would have to be huge if they were trying to get it to, I guess, appropriate scale. All right, folks, check out the regular channel. Lots of goodies on the CCNRR show. Until next time, see ya.